right, man. Hey, we're back. 254 talk. We're gonna go over UFC 282. We also got some end of the year type of things because this will most likely be the last show of the year. Unless we got plans for next week. Sorry, Caleb, not to ruin anything, but I thought we'll go ahead and get the stuff end of the year stuff out.
Look, let's talk about now. Then Cannoneer versus Strickland gonna be like the fight of the year and shit.
It could be that car.
I feel like we should have a recap of the year show anyway.
Okay, then we'll end up talking.
So we got one more recap.
So we got one more, yeah. But this
sorry for the people that watch. We can never get shit together. So
last pay per view show of the year, I should say.
Paul don't listen because I just told him that like 10 minutes ago.
Bro, in one ear out the other. Are these working? No, I'm kidding.
Eagles fan, you can't get mad at him. Yeah,
man, can't even use that.
Can't hear nothing when you
our record better.
Right?
So leave it at that. But yeah, how's everybody been? We're now in December. How's work going for everybody? Music, how's the music been going? You got any shows this month?
Man. At the end of the month, I got the Erica Banks show in South Waco. It's at the Mojo Center or Mojo Hall, whatever.
Okay, in the South, I
Mojos.
see. Yeah, I seen that. Was it a flyer or the cover art you posted on Facebook? I like that.
It's a
with the gloves.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
My next EP is called Hard Hitter.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like that. So yeah, y'all go ahead and check it out. Check out Big Art, all his whole music library, all the streaming platforms. Aramis, what about you? How's work been, man? How's everything over there?
It's a lot of it.
I've been
doing a lot of work.
Absolutely. It's end of the year. I know it's always tough around the holidays. So
Christmas time.
Got all them kids.
Yeah, exactly. When you got a lot of kids, it's tough. All them toys, they don't need. Hey, man, just tell them Santa. Look, just say Santa Claus ain't coming this year. Y'all been bad. I got some charcoal.
They're gonna be trying to fight the neighbor kids. Talking about the neighbor kids bad and Santa still came.
Yeah, they got scooters and bikes.
Yeah, we just gonna take that shit.
Awesome. Well, we'll jump right into these topics, man. First, we're gonna start off with the banger. I think it was Aramis's card of the year is for this year. UFC card of the year. What do you think it is?
For me, it's not even a pay-per-view. It was UFC Vegas 59. Jeff Neal versus Vincent Luque. First off, big Jeff Neal fan. He got the KO finish. The whole card was finishes. Just a great card. It's like 10 finishes that night. Hadn't happened since 2014. So, I mean, that was just a fun, exciting night. It didn't have the biggest names on it, but the fights were good. And, I mean, everybody likes to see some finishes. So, that was it for me.
Yeah, I think I'll piggyback off that as well. Mine wasn't a pay-per-view card either, but it was a UFC Fight Night Austin Cater versus Emmett. That card had Kevin Hall and Tim Means on it. Joaquin Buckley, Albert Duraev, Adrian Yanez was on the card fighting Tony Kelly. It was one of those where it tied like the UFC record for most finishes on a card. Just a real good night of fights. What's going on, little man? I like the cut. Can he hear you? You can't hear us.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were on the phone the whole time.
Yeah. What's going on, dude?
I thought he was watching something.
Well, you got a mini-me.
Yeah, twin, bro. Yeah, but I'll say that one was my card of the year.
Well, my card of the year only consists because of one fight, and it wasn't even like a great fight. It just made me feel great. Is when Amanda got her belt back. I love that.
That was the most one-sided fight of the year.
For me, it felt great. I loved it.
We didn't say fight of the year. This is just
that card. That card made me happy. It's been a pretty shitty year for UFC.
Sure, that was a Texas card too. That was UFC I can't really remember 270 something, but it was in Dallas. They fought in Dallas, so it makes sense that he would pick that as card of the year. You know, it took place in Dallas. Do you know what your card of the year? Maybe if it's just a fight.
Well, it's the card for sure. I just don't remember exactly which card it was. It was where Chandler upkicked
Ferguson. That was
for sure. That whole it was pretty stacked because I'm correct. I think the Oliveira
It was 274. Oliver Gaethje
Yeah.
was headlining.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
There
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Was a good card.
Good job.
Nice. Yeah, I did that the other day. I
Yeah.
actually predicted someone. It was when Figueiredo headlined back-to-back pay-per-views, because someone was arguing that he only co-mains, which he does typically, usually co-mains like pay-per-views, but he headlined 254 and 255 and 256 back-to-back. Because 254 we were at your house, Aramis, and then it was 2 pay-per-views after that. But yeah, that's, and I just know that. I just guessed. I was like, what is it, 255? And I looked it up, and it was that card. So yeah, props on that. Next topic we have fight of the year, or fighter of the year, because I kind of, it's a two-way one. So what's your guys' fight of the year and fighter of the year?
Man, I'm actually not a Chandler fan, but both my fights are involve Chandler, with either him and Gaethje or him and Poirier.
Ooh.
And those are really good fights. I mean, he didn't win either one of them, but I don't feel like it hurt him. I mean, it hurt him because obviously you're not going to win a belt, but it did hurt your contract. The UFC is not going to
rise for sure
after them fights like that. So and fighter of the year, I can't stand this guy, but I gotta go with Alex. I mean, he's the champion in the UFC in like 6 fights or something. I don't know anybody that's done it too much faster than that.
Yeah, I almost picked Volk too.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Pahea. Yeah, that's a good pick too. Yeah. He quick rise, and he made the most of it. Almost like Yuri in his rise to the top. But yeah, for sure. I think my fight of the year is Yuri versus Glover. They were supposed to fight on this card, and they would have had another fight of the year candidate fight, I believe. And then my fighter of the year, even though he lost his last fight, is Charles Oliveira. Beating Poirier, beating Gaethje. I mean, he was running through guys. I mean, he looked unbeatable.
Yeah.
Still Islam, stopped him.
Hey, those are great picks, Paul.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Thought about it a little bit, had some time.
My fight of the year is Gaethje and Chandler. I just think that fight was so amazing to watch. There were so many moments where you didn't know who was going to win the fight, and it was just fighter of the year. Though I'd probably have to go Volkanovski, pound for pound, #1 fighter. I never thought he'd be this big as he is, but he's really just.
Okay, but who did he retire?
Korean Zombie, but Korean Zombie wasn't.
No,
he wasn't technically retired.
No, he retired.
Chad Mendez?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the hindsight, this nigga was just cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Chad Mendez retired and won a boxing match.
Yeah, like Chad Mendez probably still has something in the tank, and he was just like, I don't even know who this guy is. He just whooped my ass. Come to find out,
that former rugby player was crazy with him.
Yeah, we're not playing.
Yeah, he's nice, definitely. Or what you got? Fight of the year.
I'm gonna go. It's hard because I like the Jury and Glover, and I also like the Chandler and Poirier. I also like the Chandler and Gaethje.
Chandler was a exciting fighter in the UFC.
Yeah, and it have to be one of them 3. And he really damn near is, man. Because I mean, he gonna bang whether he lose or win. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna throw these things.
Yeah, he said he don't care. He said, I just want to get paid, and I want people to keep me around. So giving exciting fights does that.
So I'm cool with any of them 3, honestly. Like, they were all, top tier matches. And my fight of the year, I'm gonna say fucking and give it to Kevin Holland, man.
Yeah,
he get his ass whooped and he talked too much shit.
Hey, he took a bullet. Yeah, for sure. And he's taking fights nobody really wants. Hey, he took Hamza out last minute.
A lot of shit about him because he quit, but I was like, did y'all see that kick he blocked? When he threw that hand up, that foot connected right into his wrist, and that's when he saw it because he was like,
Yeah, he
tried to fix his hand real quick.
Both guys had broken hands. Wonderboy broke his left hand.
Shout out to Wonderboy too, because I didn't think Wonderboy still had that in him.
He was fast. He looked like he was young Wonderboy.
Boy, that's what even Holland was like, man, that old man fast.
Yeah, it's slow down. He was like, slow down. You're too fast. Slow down. Yeah, he man, congrats to him. I didn't call that. I would have called Holland if we were to make picks on that. So congrats to him. Our next topic, we're walking right into it. Kevin Holland, his last loss in Fight Night Orlando. So now Wonderboy was number 6. He beats Kevin Holland. What does that do for him? Does that
Nothing.
put him? So he stays basically right where he is. There's
It
no
means he gets
contingent.
another fight.
No. Okay. So what I think it did for him, because he won and he won in an exciting fashion, it makes him appealing for other people to fight him now. Because most of the time you want to fight Wonderboy because he's a safe fight. He's a safe fighter. You know, it's hard to knock him out. He's gonna skate on the outside. He's gonna kick you. He's a good striker. You know, but now because of this, either it'll help him get a fight up in the rankings just because he won in a good fashion, or, you know, somebody will want to make something off of his name, which is always something you want to do to Wonderboy, you know, because he's older. All these young guys always think they can beat him. But I think it'll help him get a bigger fight up the card because, I mean, I don't think he ever fought Usman, but like
he could fight a lot of people.
he can fight Leon Edwards. You know what I'm saying? This is a big kickboxing match.
Yeah, it really depends on. Well, he said he wants a striker. He's not going to get a wrestler. So Usman's, the Bilals, all those guys are out of the equation. But
Bilal's a wrestler now.
Yeah, and he just beat Wonderboy.
Now,
yeah, he just went and beat Wonderboy by wrestling. So he's not going to fight a wrestler. I give him like Michelle Pajea, someone that's a striker, maybe even Jorge Masvidal. Maybe even just run it back. Do Jorge.
Just said Masvidal.
And run it back. But we'll see. Wonderboy's he doesn't have very many years under his belt, I don't think, left. So just give him exciting fights. Like just give him winnable matchups. I'm cool with
and I don't
that.
want Kevin Holland to retire right now. I
was just gonna jump in. Yeah. So what does he do next? He's not ranked anywhere. Is he's still a welterweight? What do you think's gonna happen?
He's talking about fighting. He wants to go up and fight Derek Brunson, I think.
They've always wanted to fight.
Kevin Holland does.
But didn't Derek Brunson beat him already once?
Yeah.
He wrestled him.
Did he?
Yeah. He beat him before, wasn't it?
He almost got knocked out, though.
He fought two wrestlers back-to-back, and he lost.
Yeah, it was Brunson and Vittori.
Yeah, he won those 5 fights in a row, and then
middleweight. Then he went to welterweight, fought Alex. What's his name? Cowboy Oliveira. Yeah. And he beat him, and then he beat Tim Means.
And then with his last fight, like I definitely think when you're fighting number 6 and you're not ranked, you got to get that W.
Yeah.
So if you wrestle him, you wrestle him. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go out there. It's like I'm saying I'm gonna go beat Steph Curry in a 3-point competition when I can just tackle this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't
It don't work. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna try to box with Canelo in an MMA match. I'm gonna go take him down. Exactly. So that kind of rolls us into this next topic. Fighters we lost this year, and retired. So lost. I'm assuming, Aaron, when you wrote that, you meant like this is kind of like where we
talk about, you know, we lost Rumble. I mean, no disrespect. We lost that. I can't say his name.
Theo. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Like lost him too, and I think alone this last fight in the UFC, he fought Brunson. But of course, I just wanted to give Rumble his spotlight because, you know, that was one of my favorite fighters. I loved watching him. I picked him a lot of fights, and he was super nice on the outside. Of course, I didn't personally know him, but I ain't heard nobody say nothing bad about him. So I wanted to try to give him, you know, his moment. And if there's any fighters I do not know about, I'm sorry, I just do not know about. You know
there hasn't been very many, but the most notable would be Rumble. I guess for the younger people that are watching the show don't understand Rumble's importance, and like our guys, exactly, Anthony Johnson. We don't understand the importance he played in the sport because he was there at a time where there wasn't very many exciting fights, or fighters. There wasn't big name guys, like you didn't have the Conor McGregors, you didn't have these people, these pay-per-view stars. You had like Chael Sonnen and stuff like that. So appreciate him. Shout out to Rumble. And then guys that retired, I wrote down TJ recently just retired, quote unquote. I think it's to get out of the pool. But
I think he's gonna take steroids to heal his shoulder.
Yeah, and then Jose Aldo, another one that was kind of upsetting.
That's a legend.
Yeah, he's a definite legend. And,
Frankie,
we'll miss him. Yeah, Frankie too. But Frankie's downfall was just ugly.
Awful.
Yeah, horrible. Yeah. You don't like to see that shit.
Like, I like how Aldo did it. He lost. He didn't lose. Like, he didn't get knocked out, nothing. But he was like, all right, I'm not going to win the championship. I'm going to do it.
Exactly. So who had the most successful 2022 campaign? Mine, you guys will never guess what I'm gonna say.
So he's saying like, man.
I'll tell you right now who I have. I have Roman Dolidze. And he isn't.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. He fought last weekend. Roman Dolidze. He beat Kyle Dawkins. He broke his cheekbone. Then he goes and he beats. Who else did he beat? He's won like 3 or 4 fights this year, and he just beat Jack.
You talking about the guy to beat Tyre?
Jack Hermanson, the guy who beat Jack.
Oh,
not Sergey.
okay.
Not Sergey Pavlovich. Yeah. He just beat Hermanson. Now he's looking. He's in the top 10. I think he's ranked number 8 in the middleweight division. So
time out. I just want to say respect for Paul for knowing all these names.
For real.
I'm a diehard fan, man.
I was like, who?
Dude at the gas station's like, hey, I'm a big UFC fan. I'm wearing my Yuri Prohaska shirt. And he goes to say something, and I corrected him, and I was like, dude, I'm sorry, like I'm just a big MMA fan. He's like, oh, really? And he said something else that was so bad. I walked away. I was like,
I hate it.
It's casual. It needs to go.
I can't talk to you.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I just can't talk to you. Too casual for me. But yeah, Roman Dolidze. I mean, number 8 now at middleweight. He's had a crazy run this year specifically. So to me, he's had the most successful 2022 campaign.
Okay. I'm going with the lad from Liverpool, Mr. Paddy Pimblett.
Okay, yeah, he has had a good one.
Yeah, at first I didn't like Paddy, but now I really like Paddy.
He's growing on him.
And he's arguing with people he's not even fighting in the middle of a press conference.
Izzy Pahea, when he wasn't fighting him, remember Strickland was fighting him, and they had their little back and forth.
Yeah.
Connor. Wait, was it Connor?
Connor fights with everybody.
Everyone. You can't not fight with him.
I do appreciate how Paddy was arguing, and he threw a little shout out to Connor, and he said, "You'll do fucking nothing."
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey,
you'll do nothing." But he got the high pitched voice.
Does.
Like
He's got.
He got the you work on the novel.
I also like Molly, but she lost her last fight, so
she got smoked.
Dude, I called that one. Erin Blanchfield is too tough. She's tough. That makes me bring up this point. Who had the most impressive win this year for you guys? Who would it be?
Leon Edwards.
That's my pick.
That's not
that's
impressive,
my pick.
But that was shock. It was very.
That's what I'm saying. It's impressive. Yeah. What's up?
I want to pick that.
You want paper?
Man.
Yeah, that's who I had too. Or I put Leon Edwards as my most impressive win because the way he was down and facing adversity, and
true,
just.
And
it's a knockout. It's a knockout on the pound for pound guy. Yeah, I mean that's impressive. Most impressive goes to Leon.
I got one. My most impressive win, and you'll never hear me shout this bitch out again, is Juliana.
Yeah, that was.
No, because at first, I was like, Juliana, who? And then she won, and I was like, oh no, boy, I still can't get over that day. I had Aramis and my old lady looking at me going, Caleb, are you okay?
Didn't Aramis
okay
pick
right
Juliana?
now? I'm like, I don't want to talk.
Did someone pick Juliana on the podcast? Didn't they? I want to say they did, or did we all go Amanda?
Me. Yeah, I know it wasn't me.
It might have been another set of friends that someone did predict it though. I was like, that's crazy. But to be fair, they probably say Amanda was going to lose every single fight.
Super boring fight. Super boring fight before I even pick it, but it was definitely I told you so moment for me with Carla beating Rose. Because I was like, hey, Rose be like that. I was like, I mean, not Rose, Carla be like that. Every time you pick against her, she grinds out a win. And she didn't have to grind out a win this time. But, she won.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Wei Lee made her look easy.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, it wasn't.
She gave her a little bit of a fight. She did give her a little
I was like, it wasn't a knife through butter. It was all right.
Yeah.
I mean, she made it out the first round. I was shocked.
I was actually, I will give her props for that. That her fighting the way she fought in that fight, I'll give her props for that. She did fight hard. She wasn't in there to put on a snooze fest, that's for sure. Worst loss this year. Who do you guys think that goes to?
Kamaru Usman or Israel Adesanya?
Those are both
either or. Those are both perfect.
Okay.
Really.
Max Holloway to Volkanovski.
The third time.
Because what do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
because
couldn't do
for Max, it's like, what do I do? Because I know I can't go up.
Yeah, I can't
go already tried that.
Definitely can't go
Yeah,
down.
Poirier shut that shit down.
Yeah, he kind of
yeah, see, that loss has some meaning on it. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Usman probably can get his belt back.
But the thing about Usman was you had a minute left.
Yeah.
You had a minute left, and you were done with this.
Unanimously.
Yeah.
But that's easy when you ain't been in there for 24 minutes and you be like, I got this nigga number. I've been whooping his ass for 24 minutes, and they pull out that secret shadow kick on your ass.
Or for like I said, maybe the Izzy one had held more weight for him because that's just somebody he feels now I can't beat him.
Yeah.
No matter what, Izzy was winning that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to go play tennis.
That was a tough loss.
I don't know who I'm picking in that rematch yet.
Hopefully Izzy just puts it away this time.
I think the way Izzy fights, and I'll say this before I pick, I'll tell you my pick. I say Izzy, the way Izzy fights caught up to him. Him with the point game, okay, I'm up on points. Hey is like, man, screw that. I have to knock you out. You've already hit me with all your hardest shots. They didn't knock me out.
He almost knocked him out, though.
Yeah, he did rock him, but he recovered pretty fast.
He's fucking fast.
Yeah.
So I thought that was gonna be like Whitaker.
I think he's
remember he
like,
caught Whitaker and then knocked him out in the next round.
Yeah. I think it's catching up to Izzy, but I'm picking worst loss. I'm taking Charles Oliveira. I think that's more of a personal one. I kind of it hurt me personally when he lost. Like that. Yeah, that was tough. Now into a submission.
I think he was overconfident.
He definitely was overconfident.
Yeah, he overlooked him most definitely.
And it also put to sleep. It also put to sleep the whole Khabib retired, so we never would have known what happened between him and Charles because Khabib's buddy came through and put it on Charles.
Yeah. I've seen videos of Khabib manhandling Islam in practice. Like,
I still don't
he'd be
think
on bottom and reverse.
I don't think he's going to be able to.
We're going to see. I'm excited for this Volkanovski fight. Man, Volkanovski ain't no punk.
Yeah, hey, Volkanovski's tough as nails. He can stand up and he can wrestle with the best. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think I'm going Volk on that one. So.
I don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
I don't know yet. Oh no, I don't want to go Volk. I do.
Nah, yeah, I still ain't made my pick yet, but
yeah. What so most hung up divisions? What was your guys' top three hung up divisions? I'm taking before you go, Aaron. I'm taking lightweight, featherweight, and I was gonna say light heavyweight, but I'm gonna say heavyweight now. I'm gonna say heavyweight now with Pavlovich
John jumps
coming
around.
up. Yeah, John's kind of holding it up.
Yeah.
Francis is hurt holding it up. Cyril Gahn got a big win. What is he doing now? Curtis Blades got a good win. Where's he at? Like, this is kind of hung up. So I'd say those are like my top three.
I'm going welterweight because if Usman wins his next fight, they got to fight again. So, that's at least almost a year of watching Leon Edwards and Usman fight. There. Obviously, whatever the light heavyweight, that Islam.
Oh, yeah, lightweight.
Lightweight,
yeah. I was like, because obviously if he's going to go fight Volk, that's going to hold that up for a second. And then if Volk wins, that turns into a whole nother ordeal because he wants to defend both, which they've never let anybody do. But, we'll see what happens.
It's kind of why I put lightweight and featherweight. Yeah.
And heavyweight for obviously what you
already
mentioned.
They never let anybody what? What they never let anybody do?
Defend both titles.
Yeah.
Besides Amanda.
Amanda, yeah.
My bad.
Well, I mean, she's holding a belt to a division that doesn't even exist anymore. So
yeah,
they don't let women fight at 145. So that's like a BMF belt. I'm gonna just say.
But she did defend both of them.
Yeah, she did. Technically, she beat Megan Anderson for what it's worth. She's not even in the UFC no more. So
that was such a big woman too. Every time I saw her, I was like, damn.
Well, she punched her. She was like,
dude, did you see the video of her walking like to the venue when she first got there? She was spooked from the jump. She didn't want to fight Amanda. Yeah, that's my last topic I got. We'll go ahead and do our UFC 282 predictions and get out of here with this. So, whomever wants to go first. Wait, who's winning?
I'll
by
go
the way? Who's been hitting?
Ain't nobody. We ain't been keeping track because we.
I don't know. I feel like I've been hitting, but I didn't hit last week. But other than that,
I probably did last.
What's that card where like if you our picks.
But yeah, I did really good on that card. Yeah. I think it was just the last pay.
There was one where if you
I do good.
Somebody you could have won like $456,000, and like I hit every one of them but one.
Let's see. So
I did that last week actually with who screwed my picks. Oh, RDA. Forget you, RDA. I picked Brian Barberena and he screwed me. I needed him to win.
Yeah, I was like, already like I ain't no bitch like everybody else. I'm a wrestle, fuck you.
Yeah, both Bam Bams lost. That really hurt. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about 2 fights real quick that I'm excited to see that aren't on the main card, and that's the Chris Curtis and Joaquin Buckley fight.
Yep.
I think that's gonna be a great fight. I think they could have put that on the main card, and that would have been great. And then you got the young kid fighting this weekend on the prelims.
Yep, I put him in my
other. So I'm excited to see that. I can't stand the way he sounds when he talks. So
we gotta grow up.
Well, no, he's all like because his nose is kind of down and stuff. So
maybe
he talks like
the chin. No, I'm kidding, Raul. I'm kidding, Raul. If you're watching,
he gonna whoop y'all ass.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We can all take him.
All right, send it out.
On the first fight, I hate Bryce Mitchell. Also, the way he talks, can't stand it. So I'm going with whatever the guy's name is. I can't. You go ahead, Paul. Say his name.
Or Ilya Taporia.
There you go. And then the next fight, I'm going Darren Till because for the love of God, Darren Till has to win. So I want to see him stick around. I like Darren Till.
I feel you.
I got a question. The guy he's fighting, is he a striker or a grappler?
Striker.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm really disappointed with this next fight because I was really hoping that it was going to be Robbie Lawler. But since it's not, I'm going with Ponzinibbio or whatever.
Ponzinibbio. You got it.
Yeah. I remember that fight. And of course, the co-main, going with my boy.
Don't take that.
Patty the Batty.
He's taking Patty.
But my problem, me and Amos have talked about this. I don't see what Patty could do in this division once he starts.
He's not gonna win the belt.
Yeah,
there's killers up there
for the division.
Yeah, he literally that's what I'm saying. Like he gains all this weight before and cuts down to 155 because he's typically a smaller guy. Like he fought at 135, 145.
In the main event, I just don't see. I see the Russians at some point having every title, so let's just go ahead.
For sure.
Saeed at 125. Umar at 135. Usman, yeah.
I'm going with Encliffe or whatever the hell.
Yeah, Ankalaev.
Anchovy, yeah. We're gonna call him Anchovy on the show from now on.
Ankalaev. I think it's pronounced Ankalaev, and I've always say Ankalaev, but it's Ankalaev. Magomed Ankalaev. Okay, sounds good. Aramis, you want to go next? You got it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bryce Mitchell. But I will say,
nasty.
He said something I didn't really like today. Like he don't train at a big gym, and that's fine sometimes. But I think once you get to a certain point, you need to know certain people to teach you certain things. So I feel like he can flame out at any time. But I actually don't know anything about this. The guy he's fighting. He's 12-0. He looks like he's. Yeah, look like he could be good. Doug Nash's hands do not look great to me. He looks
knocked out
awkward
Ryan
in the
Hall.
stand up, and he just wants that takedown. But I'm gonna go for him because he got his camo shorts.
Yep.
You know, maybe he'll win. I don't know. I'm gonna pick Darren Till just because I want to see my boy stay in the UFC. I think his pride got hurt. You know, I think his ego took a hit, and
people call him fat.
Came back yet. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pick Ponzinibbio. Well, how do you say it one more time?
Ponzinibbio.
What's that double B? With the double B, what's that make?
It's Nibbio. So Ponzinibbio. Yeah.
All right. Well,
look, if you want to come fight us too, we can.
Santiago is actually easier to say. You know.
I'm like Jeff lived in Cove.
He is right.
Cove, so
why are we trying to say the harder name? I don't fucking understand. You said the first name way easier to say.
Santiago.
Santiago.
Because, man.
Yeah. I understand.
It's comic relief. I don't know.
Shit.
Paul, you could have said that off the show.
Bro, I have a hard time with some of these names too, man. You got the Gustafayev.
And then I'm going to pick Jared.
Oh, I'm walking.
Yep.
Out. I'm walking the fuck out right now.
Oh, God.
I'm picking Jared too.
I'm taking Jared. Man, mainly off the fact that Molly just got her ass beat, I'm going to be honest. I just feel like maybe they get into that level where it's like time to chill out.
They're giving them opponents like that. Well, not really now, but sure.
And then in the main event, I'm going to go with Anchovies.
Yeah.
Ankalaev.
I like it.
Ankalaev.
Magomed. Mr.
Yeah,
Magomed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll run through mine real quick. It's kind of funny you're picking Jared Gordon because I'm picking Jared Flash Gordon too.
I'm walking. You know what? Hold on. Let me go ahead and just sign off the show right now. All right. I'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Fuck Sam Alvey. That's all I gotta say. I'm doing that individual show from now on.
I'm going with Bryce Mitchell. Ilya is good. He's got good hands. He has underrated jiu-jitsu, so it is a dangerous game for Bryce. I think Bryce is focused though. And I think Ilya is kind of looking past him. So let's go, Bryce Mitchell. In the next fight, I am picking Darren Till. He does look good shape. I think he can bounce back. He's not fighting a wrestler. Drickus will stand with him, and Drickus' cardio could fail him here with a fight like Darren Till, and we could probably see a knockout. So let's hope for that. In the next fight, I'm going with Santiago Ponzinibbio. Alex Morono jumping in on short notice isn't good for him. And Santiago, they're going to stand and bang, and this could go his way in that regard. I'm picking Jared Gordon. It's one of them opponents that he's fought Charles Oliveira. He's fought big name guys. He's a well-rounded veteran. Patty doesn't really show me anything that like makes me like, wow, he's that guy. Will be a tough fight for Jared, but I think Jared comes out on top. And then in the main event, I do want to. Here's my thing. I do think Ankalaev wins, but I'm picking Jan Blachowicz. I'm actually betting on Jan Blachowicz. So I do think Ankalaev wins, though. So those are my picks.
I know I'm gonna run with Bryce Mitchell for sure. Thug Nasty. You know what I mean? Who's next? Darren Till.
Darren Till, yep.
Yeah, same reason pretty much for everybody. Like you know what I mean? After Jorge, he just fell off. So hopefully he get a good win and spark back up. The next match.
He had a hell of a fight with Robert Whitaker. Next fight is the Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Alex Morono fight.
I'm going Santiago as well. I ain't even gonna try to say that last name.
I feel you. It's tough. And then we got Patty.
Like Santiago who?
Yeah.
For real. Poser, never mind.
Mr. P. Mr. P.
Spell it for me. Nah.
Yeah. We got Patty and Jared. Yeah, you're going with Patty?
I'm going Patty, yeah. I like him, you know what I mean? I feel like he could be a superstar if he starts, keeping it a little. I don't know. He got to do something. He got to tighten.
He gets
up
a big
bit,
win here. He could be that superstar. He gets a big win.
Sure. And then for the main event, I'm definitely going on Kalive.
Yep, you said it correct. Yeah, I do think Magomed.
Yeah.
It's going to be a stand-up fight, and Magomed's tough. I know Jan's tough too. He's got good power, but the way that Magomed stays at range, he could put him away. And his wrestling is,
sure.
I mean, he's a Dagestani guy, so we don't even want to get on the ground with Magomed. So, yeah, should be a good card, guys. That wraps everything up for us here. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment what you want us to talk about in the next one. Our next one will be a end of the year recap, so we'll have more topics for that. All right, y'all, take care.